Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So there has been like some thoughts on it on Toqger, the fact of should it go to America, should it not? And of course, I already did a little bit of a video before that actually had like a little nitpick in the fact of they're like, well, the suits are basic, like as if a kindergartner drew them. The toys, they're basic. It's like, but you have Zord Builder, and those technically look like as if they can be easily turned into Zord Builder, and they look very, very cheap to make, which that's what you guys are doing. Well, not cheap to make. I'll just say the fact of the paint apps is not as demanding as all the other Megazords that you dealt with before. Yeah, so with that said, here is one thing I really want to just talk about that will, because here's one thing that really is something that they said. They said the fact of, for America, for American kids, trains are not really that important. The fact that trains, we don't really see them a lot, but if you live like on, there's like so many places that has so many trains that you can hear them. Like for instance, I heard trains every single day in my life. Seriously, wherever I lived, except for the middle part where I lived there for a year, I always heard trains. So for me, it's kind of like, yeah, you can't dodge trains at all. Not only that, but you have so many school buses who have to stop at train tracks. And even if they don't, even though kids don't ride trains, or we don't ride trains as much as we do, or there's a lack of riding trains, you do get an interaction with trains no matter where you live, technically. But here's the real kicker. It's the fact of, if trains aren't that important, if trains are not that interesting, then how come Thomas the Tank Engine, that's right, I'm putting Thomas the Tank Engine in this, how come Thomas the Tank Engine is still alive today? Because if trains are very, 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 very boring, in your opinion, then how come Thomas the Tank Engine somehow is still present today? Truth be told, I don't like Thomas the Tank Engine, but for some reason, his popularity is freaking through the roof. Yeah, really through the roof. So it's kind of like, you can aim at all those kids who watch Thomas the Tank Engine, and they most likely will watch Power Rangers, whatever you're going to name it. That's all I'm saying. It's the fact of, you have many kids who actually love Thomas the Tank Engine and buy his toys and play with the trains. So chances are, that means that if you play your cards right, you can get those kids, which maybe some of them have parents who are like, Power Rangers, they're too violent. No, we can't watch, you can't watch that. Chances are, they most likely actually will say, Power Rangers with trains, and then you have your kid who keeps on begging you to watch Power Rangers because they have a train theme. As soon as you get that train theme, that means everyone from Thomas the Tank Engine will most likely will. And plus, besides, what about the parents who told their kids, no, you can't watch it, and then as soon as they watch this train themed Power Ranger season, they'll see that it's not as bad as they thought it was, or what it was in the past. And then maybe you get more revenue because, well, you have these kids who basically their parents said, no, you can't watch that, but you can watch Thomas. Well, look what you did. You shattered that wall. You have a few more fans who most likely would have never watched Power Rangers because their moms basically said, no, it's too violent. But anyways, this is the thing I just want to say. It's the fact that if Thomas the Tank Engine is popular, chances are this Power Ranger season will most likely be popular as well. Well, anyways, thank you for watching, and I am done. I am webbing out. Peace.